Hi guys, a little video update here from Jared. A couple of pairs that I'm looking at, we've seen so much movement from last night. The yen pairs went crazy, the euro dollar and the pound dollar, and just everything went crazy. Lots of good movement. So we're going to talk about that in the chat room. But two pairs that I see that are looking kind of interesting to me at this point are the US dollar, Canadian dollar, and the euro dollar. So let's look at the Canadian dollar real quick here. A couple of things I wanted to point out. First of all, we've seen a very nice run down. This pair continues to break lows and just continue downward. In the immediate right here, what we see, let me just zoom that in for you. On this immediate setup right here, we see that we have a crossover. Now, why isn't this crossover giving us some better movement and moving upward for us? Well, a couple of things to look at. Number one, on the 4-hour chart, it has just retraced to our 12 moving average right here. This is a very strong retracement point. In a strong area for it to turn around and continue back down in the direction of its trend. Now we see that the stochastics are working their way up a little bit, but this 4-hour chart looks like the retracement may potentially be over at this red line and continue back down. Now, if it does not break in the very near term, this high point right here, this 1-hour crossover that we see happening, needs to be the market needs to push through this 0.94546 area right here. We need to break this level to get the market moving upward and to really make this 1-hour crossover effective. So for the upward movement, I need a break of 0.945, 1.094546 for a movement up from this 1-hour crossover. That's what I need there. If that's not the case, then I need the market to push back down below this blue line and below our moving averages and carry on this downtrend that we see happening on this 4-hour chart. This retracement back to the red line and a continuation of the downtrend. Once again, a break above 0.946 for upward movement, and we'll take it just to the next daily pivot or a continuation downward and a bounce off of our red line, but we need to have the market push below this blue line, our 13 moving average here on the 1-hour chart before we would look at entering into any of that. So I'm really open to either one of the scenarios. I think either one could happen just as easily. And not to mention, if this does make a big turnaround, the Fibonacci retracement that I was looking at on this last run from the high point here on about 18th of May all the way down to its lowest point. The 38 gives us all the way a run all the way back up to the 111.70 area. I'm not sure it's going to that I would be holding on to it that high, but I think it could make a nice little run up and give us a pretty good little chunk of pips. That's scenario number one. Number two, euro dollar, very strong uptrend. Everything's continuing up nicely. It's breaking through all kinds of levels. But something that's very important, whoops, I don't have my Fibonacci level here. Something that's very important is this Fibonacci. We see that the 50% has been tested over and over again. 50% run, can't make it. 50% test, can't make it. 50% test, can't make it. We have all these wicks pushing through, but nothing can open and close north of this 50%. So I think that this could be, once again, giving us a possible turnaround. So what I'm going to wait for here is we've got a pretty strong uptrend. What I'm going to wait for here is a break, first of all. To validate this crossover on our 1-hour chart, I need to see a break of the 1.4141 level, and I would be trading that down to about the 1.4100 area. And a break below that will obviously give us continued downward movement. But this is a quick 30 or 40 pip trade, should be pretty nice. Break below this, 141.41, down to the 14100, or once again, if this pushes down just a little bit here, that'll put us, the 14100 puts us right down to where the Dharma currently is and where a red line is, and we could see a continuation up from there. But I will be looking for a break of 141.41 to get it down 40 to 50 pips, and this puts it right on the red line and gives us a nice opportunity on the 4-hour chart to re-enter long or for a buy to continue upward. Those are the two trades that I'm looking at right now, the dollar CAD and the euro dollar. I think they should give us some good movements. We've got wonderful things happening on the yen. I'll post those later on, and we'll be talking about them in the chat room. Good luck, everyone.